So guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Um, so shocking news for me. Michael Benson has tweeted that Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao are in um, preliminary talks for a fight. And they're at the early stages of the negotiations. I'm shocked. I am shocked that this fight could potentially happen. Now, Ryan Garcia said a week or two ago that, or was it a week ago? I can't remember when he said it. A couple of days ago, I can't remember. That he's moving on from Tank Davis because he's in negotiations with an even bigger name and bigger fight. Now, some people thought that that fight might be Linares, that might be Lomachenko, but I'm thinking, are they bigger names than Tank? They're not really. Tank would be a bigger fight for Ryan Garcia than Linares for sure. I just don't see how, that would Linares at the end of his career, he's past his prime. But then now that makes sense with Michael Benson coming out with what he said on Twitter that he's in talks with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is definitely a bigger fight and bigger name than Tank. But I don't understand why Manny would want to fight him. I don't understand. Why would Manny want to fight Ryan Garcia? That's a silly fight for me. I don't understand. Why would Manny Pacquiao want to fight a guy that's never been a world champion that's a kid? I don't get it. I don't understand that. He hasn't really got he beat Luke Campbell in his last fight, but that wasn't exactly that was not against a former world champion. What's Ryan Garcia done that he's going to jump up to welterweight and fight Manny Pacquiao? What weight's it going to be at? He's never fought above 135. And now Ryan Garcia is a big dude, and Manny Pacquiao's not exactly a big welterweight, but this is a very unproven lightweight. He hasn't even won a world title at lightweight, and we're talking about a Manny Pacquiao fight. I don't get it. I don't get why Manny Pacquiao will be in discussions with Ryan Garcia. That doesn't make sense to me at all. I reckon most people would rather see him fight Mikey Garcia. Surely that would be a bigger fight and more. I don't know. I don't know why Ryan Garcia would be looking to take. Listen, I can understand it's a big fight, big money fight, and he said it's his dream fight to fight the legend Manny. But what? I don't understand. You still haven't become a world champion at lightweight. Fight Devin Haney, become world champion, and then maybe go for that fight. Why you jump into a fight with Manny Pacquiao? I don't understand. I'm confused. Is it a profile move? Is it a money grab? Like Ryan Garcia says he wants to retire by 26. Is it a way of him cashing out, making money? Because I don't see him winning the fight. I don't see him beating Manny Pacquiao. So what's the purpose behind this? What's the method behind the madness? Because for me, it's madness. Like for Pacquiao, if they offer him enough money, I'm sure he'd take the fight. But I don't see what this does for Pacquiao's legacy, fighting Ryan Garcia. I don't see what this does for Ryan Garcia fighting a world champion in Pacquiao at 147 when he's got business at lightweight. I don't get it. I don't get the thought process behind it. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand what De La Hoya is thinking. De La Hoya was skeptical of putting him in there with Tank. Is it a case where De La Hoya thinks, right, now Ryan Garcia is going to take a risk now, whatever fight he has to fight? Why not get Ryan Garcia the biggest payday? And listen, Pacquiao would be the biggest payday for Ryan Garcia, most likely. So he's probably thinking, if I'm going to risk against Gervonta Davis, why not just risk it against the biggest of them all in Pacquiao? Which I think, for me, it's a crazy move. I'm not sure that Oscar De La Hoya would be smart in putting Ryan in there with Pacquiao. I think it would be crazy. He's a 135-pounder fighting a 147. I think that's a bad move. And even though Pacquiao's not a big welterweight, he's still very fast. He's still very good. And Ryan Garcia is not proven at that level. In his last fight, he got decked by a lightweight in Luke Campbell, who's not even a known puncher at that weight. Manny Pacquiao has put big welterweights down on the deck and stopped them. So I don't know. I don't like that fight for Ryan Garcia. I think it may damage it could damage his career. If Pacquiao puts a real beating on him, Ryan Garcia may not be the same fighter after that. I don't understand. I don't understand from, but I don't understand from Pacquiao's side, and I don't understand from Ryan Garcia's side. I don't see what they're getting from fighting Manny Pacquiao. I don't. There's other big fights in his own division. Confused, very confused. But they know best what they're doing. Maybe they're looking to increase his profile. You know, he's already got a big profile. He's already got a lot of social media followers. So I'm confused. I'm confused to why Ryan Garcia is looking to, looking to take that jump to welterweight. I don't know. Maybe there's some method behind the madness, but I don't agree with it personally. But at the end of the day, that Ryan Garcia wants to retire at 26. So I guess when you want to retire that early, you've got to take bold moves, and fighting Manny Pacquiao would definitely be a bold move, and a fight that I don't really see him winning. But again, a win over Manny Pacquiao would put Ryan Garcia on another level as well. So maybe it's a risk, but maybe they feel it's a risk worth taking because of where Manny is, at what stage Manny is in his career, and what a win could do for Ryan Garcia's career moving forward. If Ryan Garcia beats Manny Pacquiao, he becomes a superstar overnight. So, and if he loses, he can always say, well, I wasn't a welterweight, and go back down. But again, just say if Manny Pacquiao ruins you and knocks you out cold, it's a big jump, man. It's a big jump fighting up. Like, he's not moving up to fight a big welterweight, so he's not going to be like oversized, because Ryan Garcia will probably be the taller man. But nevertheless, the experience, Manny Pacquiao's speed, his explosiveness is going to be a problem for Ryan Garcia. We saw him get decked by a lightweight who's not a big puncher at lightweight. What's Manny Pacquiao, who's a decent puncher at welterweight, gonna do? I don't think it's a wise move for Ryan Garcia to go up there and fight Manny Pacquiao. Now there are preliminary talks at the initial stages in the talks, so that it may not happen. Maybe Manny Pacquiao may look for might fight McGregor. Unlikely now that McGregor's been knocked out. Maybe Manny Pacquiao fights Errol Spence. Who knows? But I just found this news a bit surprising, a bit weird. That he would be fighting a lightweight, and I don't see why Manny Pacquiao would be interested in the fight, because surely the Manny Pacquiao Errol Spence fights makes Manny more money. Or maybe Manny's just looking for two paydays where he knows that he'll beat Ryan Garcia. So he'll get a big payday there, and then he can jump into a fight with Spence. Maybe he doesn't want to fight Spence straight away because he knows it's a risky fight, and after that he may call it a day. I don't know what Manny's thinking, because if the fact that there's preliminary talks, that means Manny and his team are thinking about it. They're thinking about fighting Ryan Garcia, otherwise they wouldn't be in negotiations, would they? So obviously Manny knows about it, and he's obviously giving his team instructions, find out more information on what's going on. So again, I still would be surprised if this fight goes ahead, but in nowadays in boxing, with all the gimmicks that are taking place, I don't think that anything surprises you anymore. So it wouldn't shock me if it does come off. It might come off, and again, I think boxing fans may not be happy, because I think a lot of boxing fans want to see Manny fight Spence or Manny fight Crawford. They don't want to see him fight Ryan Garcia. I don't think it's a good fight for Ryan Garcia, by the way. I think it'd be a crazy move. But again, boxing, like I said, has become crazy in recent times. A lot of strange fights are happening that we never thought would. So, would this surprise me? No, because I don't think anything surprises me in boxing anymore. So, if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao comes off. But again, it might leave a bad taste in a lot of boxing fans' mouth, just because I think it will be a lightweight fighting a welterweight, and an unproven lightweight against the elite of his division. He hasn't fought the elite of his division. He hasn't become a world champion yet, and he's going to be moving up back to welterweight to be fighting an 8th division legendary champion in Manny Pacquiao. I don't know. Ryan Garcia's got nothing to lose in that fight. He's got everything to gain, because if he pulls off that victory against Pacquiao, he's a superstar. If he loses, people will say he was undersized. Pacquiao was too good. He was too experienced. And Ryan Garcia just wasn't good enough. So I can see it's a big risk, but it's a risk probably in Ryan Garcia and his team's eyes worth taking. But again, for Pacquiao, you've got a question. Why would he want to fight Ryan Garcia? What does he gain from it? Does he gain good money? I don't know. Maybe the Spence fight pays him more. Mike Garcia fight might pay him more. So it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it, but time will tell. Time will tell whether this fight comes off or it doesn't. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Ryan Garcia is in talks with Manny Pacquiao for a potential showdown. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.